Hey, hey, hey. Happy Sunday. Sunday fun day. Went down to the river. I am not going to let myself in though, but I am down here just to say good morning, good morning. See if anybody's going to jump on here. Whoops, so this is the deal. I am over here in Thermopolis. I am getting ready to head to the Hot Springs State Park over there to the Helly's Teepee Pools to do some soaking of my bones. But what I want to tell you is I am in town and available to meet you and get your name so your name can be heard on the signature ballots for trying to get medical use in the state of Wyoming of a plant that God left here. A plant, just like these plants that grow along the river. Cannabis used to grow along the river. Hemp used to grow along the river. It was a plant left here for our ecosystem, for our animals, and for our health. And our government, which has proven time and time again to be corrupt and chase the money, not the health. They are the ones that said, wait a minute, there's too much profit for the people in this plant. We better take this plant away. And so we are fighting. I'm fighting the good fight to get a plant that was left here by God back into our hands so that we are not criminals because we want to use to eat a tomato. They didn't pick tomatoes because, gosh, there'd have been a huge revolution. I'm just saying. We can't allow the lies from the past, because that's what they are, lies. We need to stop the lie, and we need to take the stigma away from a plant. It's a plant. It's a plant, and God created all plants. God is the creator. He created everything. He did not create anything bad. Satan takes what's good and he means it for bad. The plant was left here for our good, for our ecosystem, for everything. And when you take a plant out of an ecosystem, make yourself a little terrarium and deprive it of one element, and it will die. We are dying. This world is dying. Division and hate, unforgiveness. I am not going to say if everybody had, I am going to say it. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. If our deers had CBD in their body, they wouldn't have the wasting. The beetle disease, our trees wouldn't be dying. The cancers, children being born with cancers, doesn't that alarm you? It alarms me. You know what's wrong? Our ecosystem is off balance because we had a corrupt government, and we still do, that decided what was good for you and me. And they want to make it a blanket. It's good for everybody because we said so. That's not how God works. We are free. God gave us freedom of choice for a reason. We are not puppets, and we are not all the same. And when he left a plant here for our good, because it's a seed-bearing plant, Genesis 1:29 says that plant is for our use. It's for our good. All plants. God doesn't make mistakes, and God doesn't lie. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Bob, Steve. I hope you guys are doing something fun today. So just reach out. My phone number's all over the internet. The page that I'm sharing, We the People for Cannabis, that is one of my beautiful pages. I'm out there using the internet to the best of my ability so that we can spread the gospel, the truth, and love. And that's all I try to do on the internet, and Facebook squashes me a lot. So always feel free to share my posts, my live streams, whatever you want to share, because they don't allow me to get new friends. They don't even, some of my pages you can't even find in the search engines in Facebook. So they've blocked them a lot. So I hope to hear from you. Give me a call, and I will be here in Thermopolis soaking at Helly's Teepee Pools. I will get out of the water and bring the signature ballots out to you, however you want to do it. Just let me know so we can let your names be heard. And if I can quote it right, and I don't want to be wrong, but I think they said Out of the 23 counties in Wyoming, I may be wrong, someone jump on here, we need 16 of the 23 counties to have at least 15% of those populations saying, yes, we want to decriminalize, and yes, we want the use of medical cannabis in the state of Wyoming. So that's a small minority. It's a sampling size, I guess, from each, but we'll need more than that when it comes to the real deal, I believe. And there's no doubt, I would say over 75% of my friends are they're cannabis ready. They're saying, yes, let's get some industries. Let's get our farmers growing it. Let's get some new money in our hands, not our government's hands. That's the thing. Once we decriminalize, once we make medical, we're going to need people to grow, to process. It's going to open up jobs. This is not taking away from the cattle industry or any of those other industries. This is adding to it. We can feed our livestock that. We can process every part of the plant is usable for something. God meant it for our good. So help me spread that gospel on this beautiful Sunday. And let's get some signatures. I want your voice to be heard. So let's all do this together, and as a team we win. Divided we fall. And there's plenty of division, and we don't need any more division in our world. This battle, this war on drugs was created. The war on drugs should be against the people who took a flower, a poppy, and made a dangerous drug out of it, just like someone took a virus and created it to be a deadly virus. That's not the people. That's the government that we elect. We have the power to take them out of the offices they're in. That's a privilege to work for me in the office of president, of a senator. And so I'm speaking to you, Rick Greer, whatever, was that Mike Greer? I don't even know. The one who said, as long as he is a public official for the Worland Thermopolis area or whatever he reigns over, if every one of his constituents wanted legalized cannabis for health or anything, he will not pass it. He said, because he doesn't want it. That's not how it works, sir. That's not how it works, representatives. You represent us. We are the people. We are the ones that matter. Our voice matters. Not how you feel about any issue. It's how we feel about the issues. Because we, the people, elect you. You work for us, President Joe Biden. You work for us. And you are not working for me right now. You don't represent me. None of my representatives represent me. Yes, I voted. I voted for the worst of the best of the worst evils on our ballots. Step up. We all need to step up. Perhaps I need to run for some office. I don't know what we need to do to change the environment besides like Sean is doing up at in D.C. at the Capitol, singing worship songs out in front of the Capitol. Just being a light helps, and not having division. We have got to stop the division amongst ourselves. We can't repeat history. So taking down statues is just going to cause people to repeat history. It's not getting rid of the people that put people in slavery. It's reminding you that people put people in slavery and they're doing it again. We're in slavery when they cover your mouth. We're in slavery when they tell you your job's not important. That's not acceptable. We are free. People have died for our freedoms, and they're dying still. Samaritan's Purse, who's still over there getting people out of Afghanistan, said there is at least 250,000 to 300,000 people left that have affiliate to the United States, where they're helping missions. It's sad. We are a divided nation, and I shared a story today about in Egypt or somewhere, some river turned red. I'm sure it's just like our river that'll turn mud red, but this looked way different red. I feel like the earth is even crying out for the return. The waters, the sky, the planet is in distress. The evil government went and burnt a plant out of the ecosystem. That everything is off balance. That's why people are so hateful. They're not normal in their brain. That's why we have that page called Wyoming Normal or Idaho Normal, or there's a normal in every state in the United States of America. It's not about getting high. It's about getting our bodies back in a normal ecosystem where we aren't deprived of one of the main elements that was given to us by God, a plant that used to grow wild on the riverbanks. That plant is from God. It's a gift. And our government has a patent on its healing properties. So how can it be on a Schedule I drug list? I have a criminal justice degree, and I find that disgusting. Do you hear me, United States? It's disgusting to keep a plant on a Schedule I drug list, to put minorities and people who are in pain in prison for using a plant God left here. Yes, I have passion. And everybody says, well, I wish I had that much passion for God. I do. My ministry is to set people free from whatever holds them. God called us all to worship Him, and however we worship Him is on us. Some people might want to go door knocking and tell everybody about Jesus. I want to go door knocking and tell everybody about a plant that'd help you feel more at peace in your heart if you realize your system is not balanced. How can I say this without offending somebody? Your Prozac isn't balancing you. Sorry. And you can get a job on Prozac, but you can't get a job on cannabis. And cannabis was left here by God, and Prozac was created by man. Do you feel me? That's a drug. A plant that God left here is a medicine. So let's all reach out. Find somebody in your area. There's, I think I'm like a co-captain. There's a couple of other captains. Charles, I think, in a Carey in Thermopolis and Worland. Reach out. I will share as much information as I can on We the People for Cannabis. And jump on here. Let me know if you want. Hi, Amber. Let me know if any of you out there want to get your name on the signature ballot, because enough is enough. We have got to quit. I worked as a correctional officer, and I seen the injustice. I seen the beautiful souls that were in prison for a plant. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. We'll get the plant back into the normal, take the stigma away, and crime will go down. Guess what? Oh, we'll have to close some prisons. Oh, gosh, what are people going to do if they can't keep people in prison and lord over them? No, the world is not going to get crazy. What gets crazy is when we allow criminals to come across our borders. That's bad. I'm not going to get too political, other than the fact that our people are not criminals because they want to use a plant God left here. The government is the criminal. The government is the criminal when they allow things like breast implants to be legal, and to put them in the chest of a woman who's just survived cancer should be double criminal. The FDA approved device is deadly, in my opinion. That's my opinion. They almost killed me, and there's about 100,000 other women out there that have almost died from breast implants that our government said is okay. But a plant left here by God is not, and you'll go to prison for it. While people who have died from breast implants, the manufacturers are covered and protected by our government. There's a problem. Let's all wake up. Let's re-elect. Let's change the environment. Let's all be agents of change and love. Go out there, love one another. Get involved in a cause and make it a good cause, a cause that can help bring more peace and harmony to the world. Yes, I believe cannabis can heal the world. Hemp can heal our land, and cannabis can heal the people. Hemp is meant to be fed, and all the animals should be eating it. Hemp and cannabis, I hope you all know the difference. It's one plant. That marijuana term, I think it's sickening, and I hate that they use that term in the ballots. They call it marijuana. That's just a term to make you think it's something criminal. It's not. It's a cannabis plant. It's a hemp plant. Sorry, I just got a phone call. I'll call my daughter back. All right, I'm going to get off here. I am rambling, but thank you for jumping on. Please, please go out there and do something good for the world today. I loved the churches that I heard this morning online. I'm still connected. I may not be in Bakersfield, California to hear New Life, but I feel like I'm in the front row. And I may not be in North Carolina when Stephen Furtick is on, but I feel like I'm in North Carolina, right up in front row in Stephen Furtick's church. And I may not be right there in Orange County with Greg Laurie's church, but I'm a part of it. I'm there in spirit. We are all connected. We don't have to be by each other. And that's all. You know how we're not going to be a victim because of COVID? We're going to be the hero. You know how we're going to be the hero? Thank you for making us realize we have a huge way to connect as Christians all over this world. We become one. They cannot stop us. Let's stop the division. Let's find some love. Go out there and love today. Peace out, my beautiful people. You're not my people. You're God's people, and we're all one people. And I love you.